Quick question. Were 90s best friends actually loyal? Or were we just stuck with whoever had a trampoline and didn't snitch to the teacher?
Because in the 90s, friendship meant passing notes, showing up for the sleepover, and maybe crying when someone made a new best friend at recess.
Today, we're digging into the rules of 90s friendship, what made them work, what broke them down, and why some of us are still emotionally recovering from a sixth grade betrayal.
We got mixtape loyalty, pencil case politics, a letter from someone stuck in a one-sided adult friendship. And yes, Lisa still swears I had a crush on her best friend. I didn't.
If you've ever been replaced at lunch, iced out in homeroom, or emotionally devastated by a friendship bracelet, this one's for you. Let's go. Okay, so time for this week's 90s mystery. You ready for it? Were our friendships actually deep back in the 90s? Or just convenient? And I'll explain why. Think about it. When we were kids, did you ever travel to go over like a friend's house? No. Your friends were in your proximity.
Yeah, pretty
right?
much.
We went to school and we had our house, right? Like our neighborhood.
Yeah.
Did you make friends because you had no other choice?
I guess it's possible. You know? I mean, I think I had more friends online in my game than I did, so like when the computer first started getting popular, like video game wise.
That's true. You were really into online gaming as a teen.
And then I was, I'd say I had more friends over the globe than in real life.
Okay. And that's because of a shared mutual thing. If you were not on the computer, you weren't in touch with these people.
No.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
But at the time, I remember high school, for example, the friends that I had, we're like ride or dies at the time. And then when you kind of finish high school, listen, I'm not saying it doesn't happen. Of course, I still keep in touch sporadically with at least one really good high school friends, that like really great friends at the time.
Yeah.
And we still, send each other memes or whatever every once in a while, right? But there are others that were my ride or dies in high school that I didn't. And why is that? Because they went to CEGEP, I didn't. So we're not in the same proximity anymore.
True.
I had a kid early on. They were single and mingling. Singling and mingling, right? Very different life experiences at the time. So you kind of drift, right?
Yeah. 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 I mean, I don't know. In that essence, like, what is a friend then, I guess?
Well, exactly. What is a friend?
So, I mean, I guess there has to be some kind of common ground. Or else, I don't know. Guess there's not really a point in being someone's friend. You could be their acquaintance. Like, you can be polite and be like, "Hi, how's it going? Good,
oh,
good."
Gosh, but you can be polite to the clerk at the corner store. Like, doesn't make it a friendship.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, the definition of having a friend, I think, is also there's some kind of common ground between, the friendship, I think.
Yeah. Like what? Think of your friends, not the online friends, but your actual physical friends. Okay.
Yeah.
What made you back in the day, back in the 90s, high school ish?
Yeah.
What made you feel close to that person?
When we'd play sports together.
So common ground. Okay. And if you weren't playing sports or doing whatever that common thing was, did you ever talk about other things?
Yeah, sure. We talked about video games or other common
But
things.
nothing like,
No.
no.
In the 90s?
I know. Like, right?
I mean, I was like 12.
Well, okay, you were more than 12. 99.
Okay, if
were-
you're going right to the end.
Well, of course.
Okay,
because
so
that's when you were in high school.
99, yeah, I wasn't having deep conversations with anyone.
No, not even like this is my crush or anything. Is that different? Is it different? Friendship with boy friendships.
We don't
and
talk
girl
about
friendships.
crushes.
You never told a friend like I like this chick.
No.
Not even like it's a.
No, because boys would get teased. So if we said like I like that girl, then all of a sudden one guy's telling another guy, and then they're all saying like, "Yo, Josh has a crush on you," or whatever. So no, of course not. We kept our mouth shut.
Okay.
You know.
So because as a girl with friends, like we told each other everything. Like they had, but it's funny because I don't remember ever being scared that my secrets would come out.
Maybe I had the wrong friends. I don't know. But
I think it's maybe different too with
also,
boys and girls, Josh.
Also, my high school situation was a little different because my high school situation, I left for PEI when I was almost at the end of elementary school, and then I came back 2 grades after in high school, grade 8. So all my friends, when I came back, I'll never forget that, actually.
Oh, what?
I remember when I came back, I saw all my old friends in high school. I was like, hey, it's Josh, you know? And they treated me like they didn't even fucking know me.
That's heartbreaking.
I know. I'll never forget that. I won't say any names, because obviously they're all here in Montreal, right? But they know who they are. But that was something I have to say. I was kind of like, man, really? Just like, a few years went by. And it's like I come back and it's like, who's this fucking loser?
Oh, that's so heartbreaking.
So basically I went to high school where all my old friends were there.
Yeah.
But I had to make new friends instead. There was only maybe a couple who was like, Josh, like, oh my God, like Jeff, there was a couple.
Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, there was a couple. So,
he was there for one of my embarrassing moments. Well, I thought it was pretty embarrassing. When I got my first car, you and Jeff, I drove him home, and we stopped at the gas station.
This?
Yeah, we stopped at the gas station, and it was literally I had just gotten my car that day, and I was like, I need to get gas, but I didn't know how to put gas in the car.
Oh my God!
And I was like, do either one of you know how? And Jeff showed me how.
Really?
I swear to God.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Well, Jeff was definitely always good with stuff like that.
Well, he was a cool kid. I liked him.
Yeah.
Do we give up on adult friendships faster because they're not built in to our routines anymore?
Yes. I don't even mean to do it on purpose, but I can't tell you how many times I'd be like, yeah, for sure, we'll get together, we'll do this, we'll do XYZ. And as I'm walking away, I'm like, it's never gonna happen. But I don't mean I don't mean like it's never gonna happen because of the person. I'm leaving and I'm saying in my head it's never gonna happen because fuck. It just never happens. Too busy, too this, too that, too much stuff going on. No time.
I feel like it's not so much maybe giving up on friendships faster as adults. I think it's getting to the point of having a really strong friendship.
That's also a good one. Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah, I don't really see a big point in it. There are some moments where I'm kind of like, it'd be nice to have that dude, you know? And I have one. That I'm very close to. We don't see each other as often as I'd like. I could call him tomorrow, and I'm pretty sure he would take a bat to someone's head for me.
Wow.
In a heartbeat. Yeah.
I don't know if any of my girlfriends would do that.
So it's nice, I definitely, there's definitely we have a bond there. You know, we went through some similar struggles, and again, you know, all that kind of common ground
Yeah.
stuff. You know, and he's a good guy. So
I have some really great girls that I know that are, you know, part of my life that I can go to and kind of like, you know, talk about all kinds of things with. Like, it's usually like the girls' night every couple of months, and we all catch up, and then we,
yeah,
you know, disperse
yeah,
until we meet up again, kind of thing, you know? It is what it is.
mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, if it was just me like that, that wasn't able to get it with, and everybody else was getting together all the time, then I would maybe look at it differently.
Right.
But I feel like it's pretty much a consensus, like at our stage of life, that there's a lot of struggling with the friendship thing. You know, I read a book recently called Frientimacy, right? And the idea behind it is, and I'm totally going to paraphrase, but the idea behind it is that people want authentic friendships, just like they want authentic relationships, like romance partners, right?
Right.
But we don't talk about our feelings and our needs and our desires and our wants for a friendship and what we want in that kind of a relationship with our friends like we would with a romantic partner, right?
That's so true.
And if we did more of that, we would actually be surprised at what kind of friendships we could walk away with.
And probably we don't, because we would be like, "That's why are you so weird."
Well,
Like,
it's
why
because
are you
it's
telling
so
me?
intimate.
Why are you telling me, like, you know, like that
Yeah.
you want your friend to do this or your partner to do that? It's like, you know, we're not dating.
Exactly.
So I think I get why people
There's-
don't.
Yeah.
Because I think people find it to be like, that's too much. Like, whoa, you know?
I
kind
don't
of
need
thing.
a friend that's also demanding.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
I could see how people might think of that. But anyways, it was a really interesting read. It didn't make me change anything in my friendship because I was like, now I understand why, as we've aged, friendships end up the way that they are because we're not communicating what our needs and wants are within that relationship. But nobody's
Yeah.
really doing that.
And everything changes over time for us.
It does.
Just like anything, our needs and wants in a company that we work for, etc.
Exactly.
So,
and
yeah.
what we want in a friendship now was not what I needed and wanted in a friendship even 5 years ago.
Exactly.
So, yeah. Were we more forgiving as kids? Last question. Hands down, we were.
Well, yeah.
I think so.
Of course.
The amount of things that I overlooked or you know, chose not to, you know, make a big deal about with friendships as young, even in my 20s, really.
God, I think I
Are
was
things now, I'd be like, are you kidding me? Fuck you.
I think I was a pushover until like just a couple years ago. So,
A pushover in what way, though?
in the way of just letting everything kind of go,
Ooh.
you know? So, I
But
think
did you let it go and still have a friendship, or did you let it go but leave the friendship behind? There's a difference there.
both.
Okay.
Both.
Hey, listen.
You know?
Friends. You're my friend.
What? What'd you say?
I said, you're my friend.
You're my friend too.
Oh.
Would we be friends if we weren't brothers and sisters?
I don't think I'd ever fucking see you. So probably not, Josh. Only because of proximity. We're walking through every friendship phase from grade school to midlife. Okay?
Okay.
All right, I'm going to start us off. Which one hurt more? Getting left out of the sleepover, the play date, the whatever, or being told we already have enough people for the group project?
I definitely didn't give a shit. Oh, you know what? The group project, I guess.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because I always had so much difficulty in school, so if I could, you know, linger with the good group or something. So if they were like, we already have enough people, that'd be pretty sad.
Aww.
Yeah. What about you?
I'm going to say the getting left out of like the sleepover or the play date or whatever. I actually didn't care about the school stuff as much. For me, I was like, I'd rather work on my own anyway. But
because you worked.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
All right. My turn?
Yes.
All right. Which one felt worse? Being the emotional support friend who never got invited to the fun stuff, or your roommate suddenly deciding they needed space halfway through the lease?
So, interestingly enough, I've actually been in the situation where my roommate didn't need space, but was like, yeah, this isn't working, kind of thing, halfway through the lease. Been in that situation.
Not fun, huh?
No, it's not fun because there's money involved. Do
Well,
you know
yeah,
what I mean? Like,
of course.
that's not, yeah. So that's my choice. You?
Yeah, same. It's happened to me too. So that's probably,
It's almost like a rite of passage, eh?
yeah, kind of is.
Oh, crap. Okay, which one makes you spiral faster? Getting invited to something last minute? Like, it's almost like as if it's clearly a backup.
Okay.
Or being left off the group baby shower or like wedding text thread, but still asked to contribute to the gift.
Well, that one sounds pretty shitty.
It does.
So I'm going to say that one.
I was once invited to a bachelorette, but not the wedding. It was a friend or a sibling of a friend. I didn't take offense to it, honestly. The bachelorette is the most fun part anyway. And then you're not like forced to buy a wedding gift. So I'll
True.
take that.
Yeah, that's true. Got a good point.
Yeah. Okay, this one, I'll finish this off.
Okay.
Which one still stings? Being soft ghosted by someone who used to be your ride or die, or realizing you're the only one still making the effort to stay in touch?
I guess I'm going to say the first one
Shoot.
because I'm usually that person. So I'd
The
say
ride or die?
no, I'm usually the one who's not making the effort to stay in touch. So I'm going to say being the soft ghosted by someone, I guess.
See, I've had both,
I've had both too.
but currently I'm living more in the second one, which is being the only one making the effort. And I hate that feeling. It makes you feel like you're not important enough. You know what I mean? All right. Our weekly memory fight. Okay. Josh claims that he did not have a crush on my best friend in high school. And I have some things to say about it.
There was no crush.
I had a group of 4 girlfriends in high school.
I don't even remember that.
Okay. And at one point, they came over to the house.
Okay.
Every single time that they did, you followed this one girl around like a little lost puppy.
What?
Okay. Now, granted, he was like 6 or 7 at the time. Okay.
Oh my God. How am I supposed to remember that?
Okay. So.
6 or 7.
No, but you brought it up the other week.
No.
Yes, you
It
did.
was which friend?
Are we going to say it out loud?
I don't know. Are you?
I don't care. I don't mind.
I don't care. Wait, but you think I have when I was 6 or 7 years old?
Lara.
Okay, no. That you teased me when it was way later.
Okay. I thought it was like you were like 7 or 6, 7.
And what do you
8,
mean
like
I followed her around? Did I?
You were following us around all the time. You wouldn't leave us alone.
Well, that sounds like a brother
like
trying to annoy the shit out of you.
Exactly.
That doesn't sound like
And
a
so
crush.
guess what we did? Guess what we did?
What?
The secret, the truth is coming out. We created a ruse, a lie, to bug you about having a crush on her, even though we knew you didn't.
I see.
And then it comes out like 30 years later.
Okay, good to know because I'm still in therapy for this, by the way.
Give me a break.
Traumatized your own brother. I specifically remember you teasing me once. And that clearly lasted.
Clearly. All right, let's open the inbox. This week's letter comes from someone dealing with something way too relatable. When a friend just fades out without warning and you're left wondering if it was even a friendship to begin with. Do you want to read it or do you want me to?
I'll read it.
Go ahead.
So, dear sibling, whatever, Okay, sorry. Dear sibling, whatever. A friend I've known for almost 15 years just disappeared. No fight, no falling out, no dramatic moment. She just slowly stopped replying, stopped including me in plans, and now we haven't spoken in months. I will see her out with other friends, dinners, trips, even a birthday. Even a birthday I didn't know about. I've sent the "Hey, miss you" texts. I've tried the gentle check-ins. Nothing pushy, just silence. And honestly, I don't even know what I'm supposed to feel. Angry, sad, embarrassed. Mostly I feel just awkward. How do you even process a friendship that ends without a conversation? Do I reach out again? Or do I take the hint and move on like an adult? Still wondering what I did wrong.
Clearly the friendship means something to you if you're wondering about it a few months later, right? And kind of feeling the feels. So my piece of advice would be to reach out to the person, but not a, hey, I miss you. Like, actually call, talk to them, ask them out for a coffee or a lunch date or something, and then have a conversation. Have a conversation like, I miss you, and I just would like to reconnect again. It doesn't have to be anything so dramatic, but sometimes just saying what you feel. Maybe there was a miscommunication along the way that neither one of them is really sure about.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's very true. It's very true. I mean, 15 years.
I know.
I had a friend to go with this story. I had a friend that kind of same thing happened. Just kind of disappeared in a way. Still like common friends on Facebook, but I was removed, you know? So, and I was always kind of like, it's weird, So I actually reached out recently.
Oh.
Yeah, and I just said like, hey, like I don't know if maybe I did something long ass time ago and I have no idea what it was. But if I did, for whatever it's worth, I apologize, like whatever. And like I leave it at that. Whether the person is going to look at it, not look at it, I just, I felt like the inclination for whatever reason to do it. But this story, I mean, to be honest with you, this person that's saying this, that's writing this letter, we don't know if this person is a girl or a boy. And for me, I understand for some people that might mean nothing. For me, it kind of means something, because I understand that it's a 15-year friendship, and now apparently there's no more. But I mean, there could be so many ways that this thing could go. Okay. For example, if it's opposite sexes and then the other friend met someone and that got very serious, and for some reason there was a red flag with that person where they're like why is, and you're like, oh, this is like, my best friend, and it's like, or whatever, and then like, texting like, hey, miss you, texts. So is that like, hey, miss you, like to your, opposite sex, and like that person is now having with someone? Or is it like a friend where it's like the same sex? Like, I don't know. I feel like sometimes it could get mixed up.
Okay.
Which is why, because hey, miss you is perfectly fine for the opposite sex to send that to. What I'm saying though is that from the other person's perspective in that relationship, he's with you, let's say, and that text pops up and they're like, hey, miss you? Like, what's that? Or, and it's like, oh, it's just my best friend, 15 years, and you're like, yeah, okay. Like, so I feel like, forget the texting, just call and talk to the person.
Yeah.
And be like, I realize that like XYZ, this happened, does it have something to do with that? Do you just not like me anymore? That's fine too. Have we just kind of gone our own ways? And a lot of the times, people are just in their own head. So,
That's true.
people are just like, oh man, look, it wasn't even you. It was me. I'm going a different direction. You know, and I know there's some people that can't handle that. You know, like I used to be one of those people. Now I don't give a shit. But, you know, before it's like, what do you mean you don't like me? You know, or like, what do you mean? You know, I'm perfect.
Yeah.
You know, or whatever. So I think understanding that it's okay to not be liked. It's okay for someone to fall out of love or friendship or whatever with you. And, you know, if they don't want it with you anymore, then you begging or trying to fight for it sounds a little eh.
I think a little bit of resolution, at least asking a question. Like, don't.
Sure. Yeah, but you might
Yeah.
not get the answer,
No, exactly.
and understand that, you
That's
know,
okay.
when you're writing that, that if you don't get the answer, that's okay too. You have to truly believe that,
Yeah.
or else you'll go crazy.
Yeah.
So,
No, for sure. Sometimes you just don't get the resolution that you want, right? And it stings, and it's not the most fun experience to go through that, but
yeah,
it is.
it is what it
unfortunate.
is.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, buckle up, guys. It is time to roast our childhood wounds. Today, the recess betrayal that still haunts me. Okay, I'm going to tell you a little story. Story time by Lisa. I was in 6th grade, and I was getting bullied by this one girl in class, Helen. Okay. And she was, like every single day, it was like, without fail. I don't know what this chick's problem with me was, honestly. I was like the quiet one, you know, like I didn't bother anybody.
That's probably the problem.
That's probably it. And I had one really good friend that I hung out with like during recess and whatever, because she was in the other 6th grade class. And one recess, she came up to me, she dragged me, because we had to stay kind of like similar to what it is now. There was like sections of the schoolyard, and we had to stay in a certain section. And she took me around the corner really quick and said, Helen and her gang had told her that if she wanted to be a part of their group, she couldn't hang out with me. She couldn't be friends with me.
Aw.
I know. And I remember being totally crushed by this, but yet at the same time, I kind of felt like I got ya. Like I understood where she was coming from, which is, I feel kind of mature for an 11-year-old, just saying.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, because I feel like maybe if I was put in the same circumstance, I don't know if I would do it any differently. Right? But yeah. So then I didn't have anybody for recess and lunch. I just like sat on the step.
Aw.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I know. It was really like, it clearly scarred me.
But did you hang out with that friend at least out of school?
Yes.
Okay.
But that in and of itself is kind of weird, don't you think?
Yeah,
it's like
a little.
having secret friends. But what else do you expect from kids, you know?
But I mean,
weird shit.
I guess it's nice that she actually took you to the side
I know, right?
and said something. You know, I feel like a lot of kids would just be like, sure, I won't talk to that person again. And then that's it.
And then you're ghosted, and then you're even more upset.
Yeah, you're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
You know? Then you find out 15 years later that
they were bullied too or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Who knows?
That's
But
it.
yeah, this little, there was a lot of incidents with her.
God,
She was
Helen.
not very nice.
Maybe we should get an apology.
Yeah,
We
if
could
only I
find
knew her.
find her online. Guys, if you all know a Helen,
I don't even know her last name.
how old are you now?
Oh my God, I'm like 47.
So, Helens, if you're out there, 47 years of age, and you went to what?
Barkley Elementary.
Barkley Elementary. Oh, fuck, I got bullied at that school so bad. Oh my God. Fuck Barkley Elementary School, FYI, okay? God, that school, you just gave me fucking whiplash trauma just by saying the name.
They used to call me Lisa the Lysol toilet bowl cleaner.
What?
I know, it doesn't even make sense. Like, how could that even be insulting? You know what I mean? But I was like truly insulted.
Oh my God.
I know, they were like really mean to me.
I don't think I had a nickname. But oh man, did I get tossed around. But I would get hit so many times.
You got hit?
Well, yeah, that's what boys do.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, oh my god, yeah. Those fucking kids were brutal. Every time, and you'd think you would just, Josh, like, why you keep going down the fucking... But it's like, when you're a kid and you're that young, there's
the
only one
alleyway.
section you
Yes.
know how to get home, or
Yes.
so you have to go that...
Well, we always took that alleyway home.
And so they would wait, because they knew that I would come down that alleyway.
Assholes.
And as I bike by, they would hit me in the face. Yeah, yeah.
Did you ever tell mom and dad?
No. Never told mom and dad. Oh my god. Every time at basketball, if my basketball would hit one of the kids, because it would bounce off the rim or whatever, but the kid would wait under the net on purpose.
Of course.
So then it would hit him, and he said, you have two choices. I roof your ball, so I throw the basketball over the roof. That was a big punishment back in our day. Or I hit you in the face. And so I always said, hit me in the face. Because if I go home without the basketball, Dad will kill me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you see, it's funny. I remember that kind of stuff. All the traumatic events.
Listen, man, if I could go back and be a good big sister and go and beat up some of those kids for you, I would. Just saying,
Thank you.
Let's rewind to 1995, Josh, for our pop culture rewind. Do you remember 95? Gangster's Paradise. You gotta remember that song.
Definitely remember Gangster's Paradise.
By Coolio. I still know every single lyric. Oh, man.
Clueless. I remember Clueless.
Clueless. Boy Meets World was part of the TGIF.
Friends.
Wow. And ER. That's true.
ER, I was never...
No, but you were still like 11. I was like late teens. So
I think I liked Friends, though.
George Clooney. Friends was good. Yes, Friends was really good. Let's see. Beanie Babies again was still looming around. Butterfly Clips, Mood Rings. But you know what? I was really... Oh, do you remember Gigapets? Like the
yes.
Yes.
They still have them.
Oh, yeah, of course. They brought them back, though.
Yeah.
But I remember, like, for myself, it was all grunge era, alternative music and stuff. That was my thing. Yeah. It was so funny. Like, the way we dressed was so opposite.
Yeah, it's true.
Me with the grunge, you with the rap.
Yeah, I was like totally like gangsta
Style. The Macarena.
Oh my god, the Macarena.
Can you believe it? Three-way phone calls, Josh. Do you ever remember doing three-way phone calls?
Oh, yes. I remember doing a couple of those because we would always prank call people.
Oh my god. What was it? Was it
we did the
star 67 or something that would
yeah.
block your number?
Yeah.
Oh my god, some of the things that we did.
Oh my gosh. And do you remember some of the stuff you could find on Napster? Like the Indian guy and stuff, like you hit my car, or like you remember that? And so we would prank call. That was like, man, it's so racist, eh? Now that I think of it, God, there's so many, even old TV shows, eh? You notice like how like so many things we can't say now or do. My goodness.
So it's like politically incorrect, Josh.
Yeah, tell me about it.
95 was the year I graduated high school. All of my other friends were starting CEGEP in the fall. Not me. I was like, I'm going to take a year off.
Oh, wow.
You know that it's like the death of a dream. Like you're like, I'm taking a year off and you never go back. So anytime somebody says, oh, I'm taking a year off, or I'm taking, what did they called it? They called it some sort of a something year, a gap year. And I'm like, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't think about gap years. You'll never go back.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's I'm trying to think of someone that did a gap year, and I think now it's so much more common for gap years, and I think people do go back. I think like I don't know, like they're more organized now or something. I don't know what it is. Or like I've heard some like where they took a gap year and they traveled and then they come back and they go back to school and I'm just like, geez.
Well, those are people with motivation.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, it's something I clearly lacked.
And clearly they don't have to make money if they're just traveling everywhere.
Exactly.
And then they come back and then they go back to school.
Exactly.
We didn't have that
No.
that option.
No, not at all.
That would technically be a pretty easy way to have a gap year. Like, you know what I mean? Like if everything was paid for, it'd probably be way easier to go back.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
So, were friendships really stronger back then, or did we just have more time to obsess over them?
Either way, they left a mark. Some of us are still decoding that one folded note we never got back.
If this episode brought back even one recess flashback, follow the show, send it to a friend, and know you are not the only one still holding a tiny grudge from 1994.
New episodes every other Thursday. Until next time, keep questioning everything your sibling says happened.